How much do you know about the kings from the medieval ages? Today, we're embarking on a journey back in time to a period rich in history and full of characters both famous and obscure. Our focus? 5 lesser-known kings from the medieval ages. These rulers, while not as renowned as some of their counterparts, played significant roles in shaping the world as we know it. So buckle up, history enthusiasts. Prepare to delve deep into the historical archives and meet 5 kings that history might have forgotten. Our first stop takes us to the Kingdom of Leon, where King Alfonso IX reigned. Now, Alfonso IX isn't your average medieval monarch. Born in the late 12th century, he ascended the throne at a tender age of 17 and ruled for nearly 40 years. Alfonso IX was a man of vision, a king with progressive views that were quite uncharacteristic for his time. He wasn't just another king collecting taxes and waging wars. Instead, he had a palpable impact on the political landscape of Europe. Bucking the trend of the autocratic rule, he did something unprecedented. He called for the first parliamentary body in Europe, the Cortes of Leon. This was a significant move, folks. It laid the groundwork for parliamentary democracy as we know it today. But why did Alfonso the Noggin make such a revolutionary move? Well, he believed in the power of diverse voices. He wanted to give representation to all social classes in his kingdom, from the nobility and the clergy to the commoners. His Cortes of Leon was the first parliament to include representatives from towns, forging a new path in governance. Alfonso IX was not just a political innovator. He was also a patron of culture and learning. He established the University of Salamanca, one of the oldest universities in the world that still stands today. This was a testament to his commitment to education and intellectual growth. Alfonso's reign wasn't without controversy, though. His decision to marry his cousin raised quite a few eyebrows, leading to his excommunication by the Pope. But even this controversy couldn't overshadow his progressive rule. Alfonso IX was a king who dared to challenge the status quo, to give voice to the common man, and to put education at the forefront. So, let's pause and appreciate this lesser-known king from the medieval ages. Alfonso IX, a monarch ahead of his time, certainly left his mark on the world. Next we travel to the frosty lands of Norway, where the daring King Magnus Barefoot ruled. This Viking ruler, whose reign spanned from 1089 to 1100, was a man of audacious spirit and relentless drive. Let's delve into the adventurous life of Magnus Barefoot, also known as Magnus Barelegs. His birth name was Magnus Olafsson, and he was a direct descendant of Harald Fairhair, the first king of Norway. But it was his unusual moniker that caught the attention of many. So, how did this Norse king earn the nickname Barefoot or Barelegs? The sagas tell us that Magnus often wore Gaelic clothing which included a kilt or short tunic, hence exposing his legs. This was unusual for Norsemen of his time, hence the nickname stuck. But Magnus was more than his sartorial choices. He was a king of action and ambition. His reign was marked by aggressive military campaigns, not only within Norway, but also beyond its borders. He sought to reassert Norwegian influence over the Hebrides and the Isle of Man, lands that were once under Norse control. His audacious conquests led to the expansion of Norwegian territories and left an indelible mark on the region's history. Magnus's life was a whirlwind of battles and conquests, a testament to his unyielding spirit and strategic mind. But like many rulers of his time, his life was cut short in battle. During a skirmish in Ireland in 1100, Magnus met his end. Despite his untimely death, his legacy lived on. His rule marked a significant chapter in Norway's history, a period of expansion and revitalization. Magnus Barefoot was not just a king, he was an adventurer at heart, a man who dared to defy conventions, and a ruler who left a lasting legacy. His life is a testament to the audacious spirit of the Viking Age, a time when bravery and ambition could shape the course of history. Magnus Barefoot, a king whose daring spirit lives on in the sagas of old. Our journey now leads us to sunny Sicily, home to the ambitious King Roger II. Born in the early 12th century, Roger II ascended to the throne as a young boy, and would go on to become one of the most influential rulers of his time. He was not only the first king of Sicily, but also the mastermind behind the unification of Sicily and southern Italy, a feat that had not been achieved since the Roman Empire. Roger II's reign was marked by his strategic diplomacy and military prowess. He skillfully navigated the complex political landscape of the time, bridging the divide between the Christian and Muslim worlds. This unique approach allowed him to consolidate his rule over a vast and diverse territory, bringing together different cultures under one unified banner. But it was not just his military and diplomatic skills that set Roger II apart. He was also a patron of the arts and sciences, fostering a multicultural court that was a beacon of enlightenment during the Middle Ages. His court was a melting pot of cultures, with Greek, Arab, and Norman influences all contributing to a vibrant and dynamic society. Under Roger II's enlightened rule, Sicily flourished. He commissioned the creation of the first accurate world map, a testament to his interest in science and discovery. His court was a hub of intellectual activity, with scholars from all over the world coming to study and share knowledge. Roger II's reign was not without its challenges. He faced rebellions, religious strife, and political intrigue. Yet through it all, he remained a steadfast leader, committed to his vision of a united and tolerant kingdom. His legacy is a testament to his ambition and tolerance. He transformed Sicily into a thriving and diverse kingdom, a shining example of what can be achieved when cultures coexist and learn from one another. Roger II, a king whose legacy is a testament to his ambition and tolerance. Now, we venture to the crossroads of Europe and Asia, where King David IV of Georgia reigned. Born in the late 11th century, David IV, or as he's better known, David the Builder, ascended to the throne at a tender age of 16. His reign, however, was anything but juvenile. Throughout his rule, David IV showed a knack for leadership, innovation, and reform, characteristics that would ultimately usher in a golden era for Georgia. David IV's reign was marked by comprehensive reforms that touched every aspect of Georgian life. From military to administration, from religion to culture, his influence was far-reaching and profound. His military reforms in particular were a game-changer. He reorganized the Georgian army, introduced mandatory military service, and even recruited Kipchak mercenaries to bolster his forces. These strategic moves helped Georgia ward off Seljuk invasions and secure its borders. But David IV's reforms weren't solely focused on military might. He understood the importance of a robust administrative system and worked tirelessly to centralize power. He curtailed the influence of feudal lords, streamlined the bureaucracy, and promoted meritocracy, making Georgia's administrative system one of the most efficient in the medieval world. Religion, too, was at the heart of David IV's reforms. He revitalized the Georgian Orthodox Church, which had been weakened by years of foreign domination. He built hundreds of monasteries and churches, promoted religious education, and even canonized the Georgian liturgy. His efforts strengthened the church, which in turn fostered national unity and identity. Culturally, David IV's reign was a renaissance. He encouraged the arts, literature, and education. His patronage led to the flourishing of Georgian culture, with the creation of brilliant works of art, literature, and architecture that are still admired today. In essence, David IV was more than just a king. He was a visionary leader, a reformer, a protector of the faith, and a patron of the arts. His comprehensive reforms transformed Georgia from a struggling kingdom into a prosperous and powerful state. David IV, a king who transformed a kingdom into a powerhouse. Finally, we journey to the heart of Africa, where Sundiata Keita, the king of Mali, ruled. Born in the 12th century, Sundiata's life is one that is woven with threads of myth, legend, and historical fact, creating a rich tapestry of African heritage. Sundiata Keita was not born a prince, but destiny had other plans. Crippled from birth, he was initially overlooked for kingship. However, his spirit was unbreakable, and it was this resilience that would ultimately guide him to his destiny as the founder of the Mali Empire. Overcoming adversity and challenges only served to strengthen his resolve. His reign was marked by prosperity and expansion, transforming Mali into a bustling hub of trade and culture. Sundiata's influence stretched far beyond his physical kingdom. His economic policies established Mali as a significant player in the trans-Saharan trade, leading to an influx of wealth and knowledge. But perhaps Sundiata's most lasting legacy is his role in the Epic of Sundiata, an oral history passed down from generation to generation. This epic, filled with tales of magic, heroism, and prophecy, immortalizes Sundiata's life and deeds, ensuring that his story would live on long after his reign. In a time when kings were often forgotten, Sundiata's tale was told and retold, echoing through the ages. His journey from a crippled boy to a legendary king is a testament to the power of resilience and determination. Sundiata Keita, a king whose story continues to inspire and captivate.